In a peaceful woodland filled with tall trees and babbling brooks, there lived a kind-hearted hedgehog named Hazel. Hazel was known for her gentle nature and her willingness to help anyone in need. She spent her days foraging for food and tending to her cozy burrow, always with a smile on her face. One crisp autumn evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Hazel heard a faint whimpering sound coming from the edge of the forest. Curious, she followed the sound and found a tiny fox cub curled up under a bush. The cub's fur was matted, and its eyes were filled with fear. "Hello there," Hazel said softly. "What's wrong, little one?" The fox cub sniffled. "I got separated from my family, and now I'm lost. I don't know how to find my way back." Hazel's heart ached for the cub. "Don't worry," she said. "I'll help you find your family. But first, let's get you something to eat." She led the cub to her burrow, where she shared her stash of berries and nuts. After the cub had eaten, Hazel wrapped him in a soft blanket of leaves and said, "Rest now, we'll start our search in the morning." The next day, Hazel and the fox cub set out to find his family. Hazel asked the birds to fly ahead and look for any signs of the fox family, while she and the cub followed their guidance. Along the way, they met a wise old tortoise who pointed them in the right direction. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the cub began to recognize familiar scents and landmarks. "I think we're close," he said excitedly. Suddenly, they heard a distant call. It was the cub's mother, searching for her lost child. The cub's ears perked up, and he let out a joyful bark. "That's my mom." Hazel watched as the cub ran into his mother's waiting arms. The mother fox nuzzled her baby, her eyes filled with relief and gratitude. She turned to Hazel and said, "Thank you for bringing my cub back to me. You have a heart as big as the forest itself." Hazel smiled. "It was my pleasure. The forest is a family, and we must always look out for one another." From that day on, Hazel and the fox family became close friends. The cub often visited Hazel's burrow, bringing her shiny pebbles and wildflowers as tokens of his gratitude. Moral of the story: kindness and compassion create lasting bonds. Helping others, no matter how small the gesture, can bring joy and strengthen the sense of community.